Southeast Asia bucket list. This is it for 5 months. You're so much more capable, than you think. Can I get through one video without crying? Hi, my name is Kemi and welcome back to my channel where I talk about things home, which is currently Ottawa, Canada. All things away, which is travel. Yay! If you read the title, you're probably thinking, what the heck? And trust me, so am I. Because between me and you, I actually didn't think I was gonna do it. I didn't think I was actually going to see this through, but I did. And if you've been on my channel for a little while now, you know this is not new, like the traveling solo part, not the gap year part. I've been traveling and working at the same time, but now I officially took a gap year to travel the world. So in this video, I'm basically going to talk about a few things. I'm going to talk about why I did this or why I'm doing that. What exactly is even an adult gap year, or what does it mean to me? It means different things to different people, but what does an adult gap year mean to me? As well, I will be walking you through my very unhinged yet wildly specific Southeast Asia bucket list trip. And if I watched somebody doing this and I was the person I was 10 years ago, I would have looked at them and thought, this person has no home training, this person has no responsibilities, this person has a rich father. Yes, I'm 26. Yes, I have responsibilities and bills. I don't have any kids. I don't have a mortgage. And I don't have any pets, or I don't have any cars. So I don't have anything that is tying me down. So this time in my life is actually the best time for me to take an adult gap year because I have the funds for it. And because I've been saving for a very long while. And I think, yes, I've started a job. Yes, this is going to be an interruption in my career. However, if not now, then when? So that's basically my motto for this whole year. It's if not now, then when? The idea of taking the adult gap year. So I'm taking a year off work to rest and do this. But then there's also the idea of me taking it to travel the world. If you watch my page, you know I travel a lot. I like traveling. It was a passion I discovered right from that very first video where I traveled to New York. And when I traveled to New York, I was terrified of going solo. I was like, this is insane. I cannot believe I'm doing this. And look at me right now. Look at me right here. I've been to different places, but my passion for travel just kept growing on and on and on. And it never dwindled. And the thing with solo travel, and the thing I like about it is once you do it once, you kind of realize it is actually not that bad. You are so much more capable than you think. And it's not that I'm less terrified. Just as I was terrified in that first video in New York, I'm still terrified now. It's a new country, it's a new place. Heck, I'm going to Southeast Asia. It's a whole different vibe. So yes, I'm still terrified. However, the difference is that now I'm terrified, but I'm also moving forward in action. And I think that's such a very key part of life. You will never stop being scared. Do it scared, do it afraid. I'm doing it scared, and that's it. So it's not like I'm this magical being that isn't terrified. I'm terrified. So that's like the part of gap year that is solo travel, because a lot of people do take adult gap years, but they do it not to work. They do it for different reasons. Like people take gap years to recharge their mind after being in corporate for a while. The idea of gap year is usually something that is more popular after you graduate high school or after you graduate university. I wanted to take a gap year after I graduated university, but obviously I wasn't a citizen then. I was still a Nigerian. I have something to show you. So I was still a Nigerian passport holder, but now I have both. I'm Canadian as well. And I actually really wanted to take a gap year after I had graduated my master's degree, but that was when it was peak pandemic, and that was 3 years ago. And I kept thinking, well, the time has passed. Now I've started my career. I can't do it. It would look weird. It would be like I'm not young anymore. I'm 26. I'm really not that old. I'm not young anymore. So there was different thoughts in my mind. However, the thing is, like, each time I talked myself out of it, and I did. I tried so much. Like, I was my biggest off. Each time I talked myself out of it, passion was still there. So I knew I actually have to do this. I knew I wanted to do this. And that's why I did it. And I call it a sabbatical because I work in a post-secondary institution and professors take sabbaticals. They influence me to take a sabbatical. Only like they get paid, and obviously I don't. So I'm doing this on my own dime. And my workplace was able to accommodate a year-long leave. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing, a year-long leave. I'll talk about that in like a whole other video. This trip is going to be a whole year of like constant traveling. However, I'm going to be in Southeast Asia for 5 months. So March, April, May, June, July. So I'll be in Southeast Asia for 5 months. I should be back here August, like back in Ottawa for a bit in August. The next batch of my trip is going to be. I'll let you guys know if I keep this up, but I will let you guys know when that time comes. This is on a personal note. My parents struggled very, very hard for me to get this Canadian passport, like through multiple international fees, through multiple struggles, through high, like it was such an anxiety inducing process that I want to use my parents, like I want to use what they gave me the privilege of having for good. I actually really want to use my passport. And for something that we spent, what, 11, 12 years fighting for, best believe that passport is gonna get used. What else does an adult gap in? I mean, it means a very big gap in my resume. It's gonna be like very hard to explain. Not really. So I'm briefly going to touch on how I feel. I'm in complete denial. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm in actual complete denial because this doesn't seem real. Because again, I was my biggest op. I really didn't think I was gonna do it. There were many obstacles in my personal life and many things that happened in my personal life that meant that I really couldn't do this. And so to be able to say like I will be gone in less than or more than 48 hours, it's wild. It's wild to actually have a dream and then do the dream. Each time I think of it or think of the fact I'm gonna be on a plane and I'm gonna fly, I get sweats. Praying to God that nothing goes wrong last minute. I'm really truly praying, trying to talk myself out of it. I'm very much like a 5-year planner kind of girl. Like this is such an interruption in the timeline of my life that I said is gonna be the timeline of my life. I want to just say it out there, this is a very brief thing that I'm doing, and Kemi, I am very proud of you for doing this. Like beyond the actual action and beyond the fun videos or so, this is one of the hardest things I've had to convince myself to do, especially as someone who loves their career and loves their job. On that note, you know what got me weirdly emotional? So yesterday was my last day at work and my coworkers surprised me with a cake, and so it was very emotional for me, and I realized it was also very much tied to I've been at my job is where the job I work is where I also studied. So I've been there for a very long time. I did my undergrad and my grad there, and then I started working right away. So I've been there for a very long time. And for me, it was comfortability. For me, it was, which is why I was so hesitant to take this leave, because things are good. I love my job. I want to say for the record, I really truly love my job. Also, multiple things I have done to make sure that I embrace the people in my life right now as it is. I had a going away party, and it was wonderful to invite those people who are my close friends and people who I would really not get to see, really miss. We played some games. We had it at my mom's restaurant. Shout out to Obianu's restaurant. But it was good food. It was just good vibes. And I looked around and I was like, I'm going to be okay. I met up with some friends. I met up with different people over different parts of the week and different parts of the month. So I really think I ended things well in that way. And I looked around and I realized something very important. I'm not traveling the world, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm not traveling the world and I'm not taking this leave because I hate my life. I'm not taking a leave because I want to run away. I'm taking this solely because I want to do it. And that is such a powerful thing to say, because people keep asking me, oh, why do you want to take this leave? Why do you want to take this leave? And I don't know how to explain that. It's just because I want to, and it's just because I can. And that's it. And that's all the explanation you need. You shouldn't have to do something that is born out of trauma, out of starvation, out of anger, out of you want to escape your life. That's how I'm doing this. I have family that I'm going to keep in touch, friends that I'm going to keep in touch with. So like, I'm not running away. And so I really love that I did. I really love that, like, the people in my life, shout out to you for showing me how much loved I was and how missed I was gonna be. And shout out to you for just like affirming me and affirming the people who supported me, because child, we had haters. We'll talk about that another time, but thank you for affirming me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you each time I tried to talk myself out of it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for telling me I could do it. Oh, come on. Can I get through one video without crying? Shout out to my mom especially. It was very hard for her to come to terms with it. And she still struggles with it. But I'm so proud of my mom. Oh, God damn it. Oh, I swear every single time, I'm such a crier. I'm such a big baby, and you know what? It's fine. I'm accepting it. It's okay. A hard thing for her to do. And I know for a fact we're gonna be bawling in the airport. I'm already bawling now. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get on to the fun stuff. My very unhinged bucket list. I also decorated with stickers because I feel like bucket lists are no longer fun. Am I even going? Because I keep on saying Southeast Asia, Southeast Asia, Southeast Asia. I'm landing in Cebu, Philippines. Yes, I'm going to the Philippines. So Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, South Korea, Japan, Indonesia, and then I'm ending in Malaysia. So this is a very like popular backpacker route for Southeast Asia. Like I'm not doing anything special apart from maybe the Philippines because it's become recently popular or more popular to travel to in the more recent years. As well, the other countries apart from Philippines, the other countries are landlocked per se, but the Philippines isn't. On the note of backpack, I think you think I'm joking, but I'm actually taking a backpack with me. So it's the same backpack I traveled to Portugal with, but this is all I'm taking. It's the Osprey Fairview 40 liter. This is it from behind. And then I'm also taking this Osprey, and that's it for 5 months. Just see the clothes I'm packing. So this isn't even all clothes. This is the clothes I'm packing. I was gonna make this like a pack with me video, but to be honest, I don't know y'all like that. And I'm joking, I do know you. However, I'm not gonna make this a pack with me video because I don't know if this would actually work. So I'll probably make an unpack with me video. Let me show you. I don't want to like unpack it, but I have to unpack it to show you. So this is my toiletry bags. These are my Bergs, obvi. So this is all the clothes I have. Like literally this is it. I wish I was joking, but that's it. This is all my clothes, including my slipwear and my swimsuit. This is my underwear and my bikini. But yeah, y'all, all of this is my clothes and that's it. This is it for 5 months. Oh, this is funny. Now that you've seen my backpack, let's get to the fun stuff. Cammy's Southeast Asia bucket list. I'll put it up on the screen and just listen as it gets more specific, but also more unhinged. Firstly, canyoneering in mobile. You're probably wondering what is canyoneering. Just know it involves water and it involves people pushing you into water. You see. Island hopping everywhere. So I'm talking Thailand island hopping. I'm talking Balabac and Palawan island hopping. Like just island hopping everywhere and anywhere. I want to celebrate Songkran in Bangkok. So Songkran is New Year and their New Year is in April. So it has a lot of water gun fights. All the food in the Thailand market. All of it. And I'm not just talking basic pad thai, basic mango sticky rice. Like I'm eating every single thing. Everything I could get my hands on. Next, I want to do a hot air balloon in Vieng Vieng, Laos. I've heard it is beautiful and it's one of the most affordable places to do a hot air balloon. I think it's 80 bucks. Slightly suspicious, but it's okay. The gorgeous rice fields of Sapa in Vietnam. I really want to hike it. I want to try, this is where it gets specific and also more unhinged. I want to try Vietnamese flan because I've heard they have one of the best flan. So far I've tried flan from Belize. So far I've tried flan from Mexico. So far I've tried flan from Portugal. My favorite flan till date is the flan I had in Belize in the middle, like it was somebody's stall, I was having it. That's still my favorite flan. I also want to try Vietnamese egg coffee. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's coffee and eggs. Next, I want to do a side-by-side comparison of Bana Hills Amusement Park and Universal Studios Osaka. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to Universal Studios Osaka because just in case you don't know, this is all on a budget, by the way. I want to do those convenience food videos in South Korea and Japan and like eat the 7-Eleven. I also want to have 7-Eleven toasties from Thailand. I've heard it's great. I'm gonna try that. I want to take the ferry from Busaka. No, Busaka. Wow. I want to take the ferry from Busan, South Korea to Osaka, Japan. It's a 19-hour ferry and it's overnight. That's all I'm gonna say. I want to wear a kimono, a hanbok, and an aodai. All traditional dresses from different places, and so I really want to wear them because sometimes you have rentals. So yellow is my color, so I'm looking forward to it. I want to summit Mount Bromo for sunrise. So Mount Bromo is in Indonesia and it's an active volcano. That is quite correct. I want to hop. Who's that? Who's that? I want to hop around the Gili Islands in Indonesia as well. I will probably skip Bali in Indonesia. I want to try durian in Malaysia. This is very specific. However, and I know this is something that people actually try to avoid, but I feel like it really can't be that bad. I feel like people are being very dramatic, and I think it's going to be durian season when I'm in Malaysia, but I really want to try to eat durian. The other thing is that's the only thing for Malaysia I have, because Malaysia was a very late add-on. It was just cheaper to fly out from Malaysia to Canada on the flight I was choosing. And yeah, I was just like, well, screw it, I'm gonna add Malaysia on it. But I actually don't have anything else for Malaysia apart from try durian, because I haven't really researched into what to do in Malaysia. I've heard the night markets and the food markets are good, but if anybody has any like ideas of actually what to do in Malaysia, please let me know. That's still like far off, which brings me to the crux of where or who I'm going with. I'm flying with Air Canada. I know I complain about them, but like a repentant sinner, I go back. You know what, knock it as much as you want, but Air Canada is where it's at least for my budget and at least for me. So I'm flying to there with Air Canada. I'm flying back with Air Canada. What else do I have? So I have take this slow boat from Thailand. So it's going to be from Chiang Rai, Thailand to Luang Prabang, Laos. It's a 2-day slow boat, and apparently it's what everybody does. And so I like how I'm romanticizing this as if this is actually not going to be hard. This is going to be difficult, and this is not going to be easy at all. I know, but that's just part of life. That's life. That's what all the people say. I should probably have gone higher. That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shut down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that too. When I'm back on top in June, I say that's life. And it's funny as it may seem. Some people... It's my theme song. I also love jazz, and I also love Frank Sinatra. I think I'm very much underestimating, actually no, I'm overestimating how hard this would be, because I feel like I always expect challenges because I always think negatively. But it's funny because y'all have met Happy Kemi, you've met Well-Fed Kemi, you've met She Puts On Makeup Kemi, you've met Oh She Likes Her Trip Kemi, you've met More Than Hand Luggage Kemi, you've met her all in the videos. You haven't met 4 Hours of Sleep Kemi. You haven't met I Miss My Mommy Kemi. You haven't met I Am So Touch Starved Kemi, because there's nobody I know. You haven't met What Did I Eat and Is Making Me Sick Kemi, and you're going to meet her. You're going to meet her. So am I, because I haven't met her yet. But it's very interesting. I'm very interested to see the person I would be at the end of this trip, which brings me to changes to my channel and what to expect. So I'm going to try and be putting out video every 2 weeks. Again, it's highly dependent on the Wi-Fi situation of places. I'm not going with my laptop. I know. So where am I going to edit? I'm going to edit it on my phone. This is bringing us right back to actual vlog. This is like hardcore vlogging days. I'm gonna try and put things out every 2 weeks. If I can, I'll put in once a week, but it's mostly going to be every 2 weeks. Like and subscribe if you haven't and you're here. Why exactly are you here? I'm not even trying to be funny, but why are you here? Are you just cruising? Are you just perusing? I'm joking. It's mostly going to be for my grandma, but this is also, or like the format of the videos moving forward would be me crossing off stuff from this bucket list, and I think that's how I'll format my videos. So it's gonna be like, if you like this talking video and like seeing like my character of it, because I feel like you've met very nice Kemi, very happy Kemi, get excited to meet story time and wild Kemi, and of course I will be going through like how I feel in that moment, plus crossing things off the bucket list. And of course I'll be including, as always, prices of the things I do and videos and vlogs of the things I do. So it's gonna be like this, because I feel like it's gonna be much more easier to edit and just overlay stuff on top. If you want more of me than 2 weeks, you could follow my YouTube, my TikTok, and my Instagram. So it's all Kemi Knows Travel, and I probably will be posting there more often than I am on YouTube. This YouTube is mostly for my grandma. She doesn't like short form content. She's not like all you millennials, although she does comment on my posts. Yeah, I think that's it. It was lovely chatting with y'all. I cannot wait for who I become. In all honesty, all seriously, all jokes aside, this, I know how privileged I am to be able to do this. Privilege in the sense of like someone is paying for me, or some, but privilege in like just having like time privilege, not just money privilege. So time privilege is a thing, passport privilege is a thing, and I'm using my privilege, and I'm very grateful I get to see this. I want to try and remember at each step of the way that this is something I wanted, and this is something I prayed for really hard, and that's it. It's literally gonna be me and Jesus on this trip, but I pray for this very hard, and when times get hard and times get tough, and I know it will, I just really want to remember this. And so yeah, see you in 2 weeks. Bye.